Boom. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to The Chasm, where we discuss our love for gaming. Now, we all love video games here, right? Right? See, everyone here, we all love games. At least, I hope we do. Now, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, aka E3, is now officially over, and there have been a myriad of video game announcements all week. There are actually too many for me to count just from the top of my head, and there are plenty of them releasing relatively soon. But what I'm here to talk about are my top 5 E3 2019 reveals, so let's dive in. Tales of Arise, number 5. I started the Tales series with Tales of Xillia, and I've loved it ever since. See, the Tales of series is one of those games where it's like highly active, and there is some strategy put into these games, but for me it's more the party, the classic JRPG experience where you get a bunch of very random people with different personalities and they're all put together. Seeing the next Tales games announced, that should make my day. It looks so much better graphically than their previous titles, and it looks just as flashy, if not more. The game is aiming to be a rebirth of the series so it can appeal to a broader audience. Whether or not that's a good thing, well, it'll be one of the many questions for this game leading up to its 2020 release.
Now is the time for change.
Number 4 on my list is Project Scarlet. Microsoft will be releasing its next console holiday 2020. It'll have up to 120 frames per second and will be at least 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. While I no longer have an Xbox myself, Microsoft seems to be preparing for its next gen console by not only buying powerhouse studios like Double Fine Productions, who's made Brutal Legends and Psychonauts, but they'll be launching their next console with what's surely one of their console's sellers and main flagship titles, Halo Infinite. Hopefully games like Gears of War 5, or maybe if they decide to try and make another Crackdown, which I hope they don't, for the next console, hopefully it'll be a cross-gen title for those of you that will be deciding to stay with the Xbox One.
Created a new generation of SSDs. We're actually using the SSD as virtual RAM.
We're seeing more than 40 times performance increases over the current generation.
The combination of the SoC and the solid-state drive are really what gives you...
Number 3 on my list is Marvel's Avengers. We finally get footage and a release date. Now, I'm sure by now you've all heard of the backlash studio behind this game is getting. I, for one, do not give a shit. It's their take on it, and I'm willing to look beyond my own wishful views to see Square Enix's vision with this game. Marvel has a stake in this too, so all the blame can't go on Square. If you want to put all the blame on Square and ignore the fact that Marvel is giving the okay for these things, then you should reevaluate how you give your opinions. I'm sorry. Anyway, it looks to be the same cinematic adventure style similar to games like God of War or Uncharted, maybe even the critically acclaimed Spider-Man that released last year. What I see looks great, and I'm very much willing to bet that in the coming months we will see better footage with customization, online co-op, and free DLC characters. May 15th, 2020 cannot come any sooner.
Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
You set him up. File, knock him down.
Thor, what's your status?
There are humans trapped, and lots of small, angry men with guns.
Number 2 is Phantasy Star Online 2 Coming West. This came very close to being number 1. I've been waiting for this game since 2012 for this game to come out, and it's finally coming. After being delayed for basically what, fucking 7 years without any word from it, it's finally coming. The fantasy MMO will be coming west via I'm never sure how to say that. Anyway, via Xbox One and PC in the spring of 2020. But do not flip shit. Phil Spencer, who is the head of Xbox, confirmed that the game will be coming to all consoles eventually. Whether that means 6 to 12 months of time exclusivity remains unknown, but hell if I care. As long as I get to play it on the PS4 next year, at least, will be fine for me. I'm very excited for this game, so expect lots of videos in the coming weeks about this game. Number 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw this coming. Final Fantasy VII Remake's release date. Probably one of the most overrated games to some people, and maybe the best video game of all time to others. Final Fantasy VII Remake finally gets a release date of March 3rd, 2020. To be honest, I thought the wait was going to be a lot longer, so I'm actually glad that we're getting it so soon. Square Enix officially announced the game's release date alongside a lengthy new trailer that also shows off Tifa in action, along with some dialogue with Sephiroth. The event concluded with some gameplay of an early game boss fight, and I just can't get over how included everything is. The action is fast-paced and over the top, which is pretty much to be expected from a Square Enix JRPG, and I can't get over the commentary between Barret and Cloud. It's something the game, I feel like it's something that was needed. You know, it is a remake. It didn't have all the camaraderie between the characters in the fights. Sure, there was a lot of talking and cutscenes and stuff like that, but you know, it just helps flesh out the characters more. I never liked quiet fights in games. I'm not talking about like battle quotes and stuff like that, but actual conversations and stuff as fights goes on. You know, the talking helps keep me engaged in what I'm doing, and it gives a little insight to how the characters interact with each other. You know, as I said on my own personal Facebook page, this might be my all-time favorite game if Square Enix does everything right. The company doesn't yet know how many parts the game will total out to, but as long as each part is as flashy and hectic as everything they've shown so far, then they can release it in 5 parts for all I care. It looks too damn dope to pass up. I just hope each game is lengthy enough to justify having more than maybe 3 parts of this game. They say each part will be as big as a full game, so if that's true, then we will have plenty of content to hold us over. I never finished the original game, but my hype for this game, it just might pull me back in.
Get going.
Got you now! Huh?
You're not real. You're Cloud. I have a favor to ask of you. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard! Yeah!
Hold on to that hatred.
That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned in the coming weeks, as I do look forward to making more videos. about some of the games that I've mentioned in this video as more news and footage shows up. So with that being said, until next time guys, I'll see you later.